Hi Cancers, if you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. We have your ink blot here made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. An ongoing smudge if you'd like to take it in. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and as well we have ghost tube here kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. Receive or release freely, of course. Link is below if you're interested to cure curiosity, just so that everyone knows. All right, Cancers. You know the drill, but you're welcome to fast forward through to help open, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Cancers, let's go. Let's see what's wandering around your aura. I'm seeing Teddy Ruxpin, the mouth of Teddy Ruxpin. I'm also seeing like teeth grinding, like I'm clenching a little bit. Okay, so there's something going on. I'm also seeing a helmet. Possibly not, but I'm not being invasive. I'm just wondering where I'm allowed and permitted. Okay, so I'm also seeing, I don't know if it's a mummy or a Frankenstein. I'm not sure what's kicking around in here, but see like the shoulders and the face. Oh, it's actually a wrestler. It's a wrestler. I might be wrestling with something. I'm also seeing okay, so there might be stirrups for any of those going to the gyno. But I'm also seeing old school 80s. It was like this thing with two handles and you would like stretch it, or maybe it's like resistance training. But I feel very specifically like it's in the heart space. Maybe I'm wrestling or resisting something. I'm not entirely sure. Cancers would know, and you would know what context it would be in. I just heard fight or flight as well. It's something about like I kind of get the feeling like I might be like grinning and bearing it, but it's for the greatest good at the same time. Like there's something about that, something with the greatest good. Okay, I'm coming with something. Okay, I'm coming with something. Something step forward is a boxer. Wow, wrestling, boxing, all these curious things, because I'm seeing those red boxing gloves, but I'm carrying them. I'm not wearing them.
You shouldn't be here.
I'm carrying them. That's come up twice now. I wonder if there's something where you're feeling, having that feeling where you're like fight or flight or having to defend yourself. Maybe there's something you're, stretching or reaching and strength training, whatever the case may be. I'm gaining strength. Okay, rabbit hole that just opened up. Thank you very much. Somebody is very much so training. You might be taking nutrients. You might be doing things, activities for giving birth to something. I say something because it can absolutely be a child. It could also be through surrogacy, adoption, but it also could be through a job, like something I want to be in a different job, different career. And I feel like this career might be very feisty. Like, I don't know if it's like investments or stocks. It feels competitive anyway. It feels competitive. And I'm kind of like hanging up maybe this part. Maybe you're going into something else where maybe you're in the field. I feel like I said that very jarringly, but like in the field. And now you're going to maybe be shifting forms to teaching this field, like maybe teaching about investments or stocks. Apply whatever it may be. It's just the way it's coming through for me to feel the gist of it, whatever your context is. And then you're going to be teaching it. Like it's going to be the same arena, but a stepping into a different feel.
Blacksmith.
Interesting. Blacksmith doesn't come through very often, but it definitely feels like you've worked hard. Like even blacksmith, the wrestling, the boxing, all that kind of stuff. There's been like work. And for some, you might be in a relationship that is work. Somebody might have gotten bangs recently as well, like cut your bangs or got bangs. Something along that lines. See, this triangle keeps attracting me because I see it on fire. But the fire's out now. So there could just be like the spark, the ignite, the passion, a passion project. I don't know if you did a makeover or somebody else was trying to make you over, like an apprentice or something like that. Or I tried to make myself, look a certain way or do a certain thing to maybe to fit in or just feel better. This is a whole slew here. A whole poker hand at once. The 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 2 of Swords. I will bring these up for you. Should they mean anything to you, please follow that first versus my yam-rings. But thank you always, Cancers, for holding space for me to share my insights, for allowing me to be a guest in your aura, and for being my muse. I feel like I said that in a different routine than I normally do. That's okay. And to all those who like, share, and subscribe, and donate, you truly warm my haunted heart. 9 of Wands and Knight of Cups. What do you want? Maybe this is a question that's being contemplated. What do I want? I feel like I've made a path to something and it led me back to the beginning. Start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Queen of Cups is on the bottom. Judgment behind. And the Queen of Swords. I feel like I could keep going here, but Strength is on the bottom as well. I'm going to keep that. We'll take these as well. Aquarius. You have 3 queens. Maybe you're dealing with Aquarius or you're in Aquarian energy right now. In your air, in your mindset, trying to make good judgments. Somewhat of an indecision, and this indecision feels like it's all up here. See that 2, that right there? The it's not a fork, but like a 2-hinged fork. And I want to plop that right in there. Yes. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Feel a little fiery. Like a fire poking stick. There's either the Knight of Cups to the 9 of Wands. I feel like somebody might be looking for the old me, or I'm looking for the old me, or they don't recognize the new me. But I do feel like I'm hiding from something. Come closer. What am I hiding from? Because now this is turning into a helmet. And I'm very, very chilly as I said that. What am I hiding from? Being found. Hide and seek. Hide and seek. I want to relax, Cancers. Why? That's the feeling I have here when I go to the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Has something come up from the past? Again, a different version of you that somebody's brought up, or something that you thought was hidden and like bygones be bygones. Maybe it's a past partner. Maybe it's a past project that's coming back into your life. Excuse me. Please leave. And you're like, ooh, this is something I want to get on board with. I remember, 10 years, 5 years, or you want to go back to school for something because you want to, shift gears. Shift the way I'm interacting with the industry or this interaction, this interconnected marriage, relationship, friendship. I'm going to bring this down for a second, if I may. Because in there's a whole slew of minute details that are going on. Something about a horse, but this horse is being, led with the reins. It's my horse. It's my horse of freedom. There's also a vulture behind it. Wow, this is like a tale. There is stuff going on. There is stuff going on. There is okay. Being very sensitive in this moment. If it's not your scry story or this part, thank you for holding space for somebody else to receive theirs. I'm seeing something from the past, recent to time being indifferent, but you know what I mean? Where I might have given a child up for adoption or otherwise. Something in that realm. Maybe I was given up for adoption or I was handed off like to, you know, parents or something. Grandparents or somebody else, or the foster system. And I feel like something's coming back up about it. Yeah, because I'm seeing rubber duckies. I almost feel like I was a baby to maybe 1, not quite 2, but I'm not great with ages. Somebody was watching over me in spirit. So it could even be that your parent passed
31
when you were very young. They've been watching over you for quite some time, the whole time, and it feels like quite some time for me. Like Puff the Magic Dragon is also coming through. But the feeling I have is some sort of, I want to say abandonment, but I'm not really sure that it fits. It's not, yeah, that's okay. That's what it feels like. Even if they passed or gave me up for good reason. I'm seeing a rooster with a peacock tail and something about a rock to the head. I understand that's a very obscure thing to say, but I feel like there might have been a situation or a lifestyle that led them to either passing or giving you up. So that they weren't giving you up, they were giving you energy. An up lifestyle. They didn't have enough life force. Finding love, overcoming fear, and growth of energy. I'm seeing Beaker from, is it the Muppets? Yes. Beaker from the Muppets. Sorry, I'm going to scooch. If you want to scooch with me. Scooching closer, Cancer. Let's cleanse this palate. Let's cleanse this heart. I am in this beaker, like I am scientifically or through my mind going through this history. But I feel like it's come up in regards to something. I'm also seeing pliers. Like I'm fixing or tweaking things to have an understanding. I might have come into papers, even if this was in relation to a job loss. Like maybe you were the one who got let go of, or or whatever the case is, something along that line. So maybe now you're in a position to change things up. But that feeling of abandonment still just kind of swept in. Yeah, it's coming up. Teddy Ruxpin, like they're just, everyone's talking robot style, like da da da, pre-programmed to say certain things. I'm seeing hens. If those symbols mean anything to anyone, please follow that versus my yam rings. I feel like I've had a conversation, or I'm having a conversation. Very, I'm very mindful of what I'm saying, because it's like I can see waters of reflection, like as it's happening. It feels like awesomely aware. You know, when you're kids, and some parents rule of thumb, or at least when I was a kid, I don't know if they still do it. I'll take another one for a full poker hand, thank you. It's like sink or swim. or the only way you're going to learn how to swim is by, being in the water. This can go, corporate or personal or professional. And I feel like I put in a lot of work to learn how to swim. We have here Knight of Cups. Beleth causes all the love that may be both of men and women, and unseen underneath it was the Nine of Pentacles. Causes any manner of music to be played, trees to bend at will, and brings excellent familiars. Yeah, see, something familiar from the past is coming up. And I want to know, I'm holding back on something, and I know I'm holding back. It's a weird feeling here, because I personally, just as STEPH, like actively try to keep being courageous to just say, and just be who I am as that changes and evolves. But in this moment, I feel like I'm holding back.
32.
But I'm being caught by something, like in a good way. Something about soccer as well. Something about soccer. And a bucking bronco. Like, maybe you've just been at the rodeo for too long and you're like, okay, I am moving on. Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Wands, and 4 of Swords. I apologize if my fingernails are dirty. I really try to wash the ink out of them, but it doesn't always happen well. Okay, so listen to this. Wheel of Fortune, Cancers, tells where treasures are hidden and reveals hidden dangers. We've been talking about this. Something hidden. Somebody's looking for you, or you. It's like you might be the parent that gave a child up for adoption, or you left a job and they're now like somebody's headhunting you in a good way. Thank you. That's what that severed head is. Somebody's like headhunting you, or maybe you hire a headhunter. Faithful servants, favor of friends and foes, knowledge of languages, the 8 of Wands. 4 of Swords teaches grammar, logic, rhetoric in both. Rhetoric, that might really mean something to you guys right now. Can make one appear like a soldier. You've been soldiering on. There's that horse.
Infant.
There's that, I think since you were a kid. Or you had a child and you're looking for them now. You're looking for them. Maybe to explain it, or you're explaining yourself to somebody if the situations come up. Or I feel like this is very personal to then very career oriented. Now, I'm looking for something that serves me where I'm not a soldier of somebody else. Where I'm serving the collective, I'm serving in the industry, the subject matter, what it is that's my personal passion, but not in this arena anymore. This competitive arena, it's exhausting me. And I'm going to change the arena, so maybe you start headhunting as well, because you have the 9 of Pentacles here twice. And it's like your horse, when I was in there,
That's
like the horse, it becomes a unicorn, Cancer Collective. And you have the Knight of Cups twice. So again, follow that for whatever it means. 9 of Cups twice. The 9 of Pentacles twice. You have 3 queens on the board. Finding love. Overcoming fears and growth of energy, which I feel is like an overall depth, that it's like a mantra of your own Teddy Ruxpin. It's like, I am growing my energy, overcoming fear, finding love, loving myself. And then I come back to like that 9 of Cups where I'm seeking and searching. And your 3 queens. I feel like I need to explain something to somebody, whether I'm looking for a new job or headhunting, or again, if I do find a mate or somebody, a child from my past, I am going to be explaining myself or clarifying something, and it actually will be a great emotional release. Closing out messages for Cancer, because now it's not about like clearing the air. It feels good. It kind of gives me this palette of, especially when I wander to the career side of it, I'm listening to myself and prioritizing that I might even be inventing a new way to interact with this industry. Or creating a different foundation for other people to step into it.
Danielle.
But maybe still giving them a very realistic way of what to expect, like the reality of what it is. It might also be a mentor or support of somebody that has been through something, and it's like there's a support group for people maybe that have gone through something similar emotionally, being adopted or giving somebody up for adoption. And like a support group and sharing that experience. Callie Love, Civil Foresight, Puka Mischief, and Guardian Cerebus. Yeah, Cancers. I don't know if you guys have been through the ringer.
How do you feel?
I feel like I'm all the queens at once. I feel as though I'm moving from a hellish space, and I have the foresight moving into love. But hell served. It was an eye-opener. But I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. And all of these other spirits, like they do step in to support this depth. See, like even the crows in the background, and they're all like in here. I want to plop that in while maybe I sit and contemplate and consider these circles, like the geometry of creation, my creation, of my heart, of my love. And I just heard the song, got a love for life, love for life, I got a love for life. What is that? I can't even remember who sings it, but I'm not great at remembering those things. Anywho, Cancers, this feels like you are turning the tide, turning a corner on something. You're welcome. Thank you. And I want to say thank you with the Wheel of Fortune there as well. You're uncovering and unhiding possibly even parts of yourself, revealing parts of yourself to clear the air about something, releasing expectations, but kind of creating your own foundations for moving forward, for what you're going to like find. Even look at finding love, and then Callie with love. Everything's doubled up here, so you're ready to go. Feels very promising and proud. So thank you very much. I feel like you're going to be able to sit back and kind of enjoy your own show of your creations, because I feel like you've just been through a few positions. And I'm feeling like it's settling. Wheel of Fortune. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for being my muse, if I didn't say so already. All the links are below if you're interested in. And until next time, Cancers, you're awesome. Thank you.